why I think, and many others think, that the National Transportation Safety Board's discussion of how the center wing tank on flight TWA Flight 800 exploded. We think this is false, and we're going to attempt to demonstrate that through this video. What you're looking at here is my Southern Maryland crab steamer sitting on a gas burner. Everything's off at this point, but I've rigged it to explain and demonstrate the properties of jet fuel, in particularly JetA jet fuel that was in Flight 800 when it took off from New York in 1996. What I've done with this standard steamer is drill a hole and put in a temperature gauge that goes from 0 up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I've modified the lid with a hole through the top, an electric cord that goes down through to an igniter device. And what I've used is 75-watt bulbs with the top broken off of them. When power is put to this device, the temperature will be at least 4 times what's required to ignite kerosene or jet fuel in vapor form. Now, if you remember, the NTSB's theory is that the fuel in the center wing tank in Flight 800 was so warm that it was very volatile, and that some unknown miraculous spark that they haven't been able to find yet simply detonated a bomb waiting to go off. I'm saying that's patently false. They knew it was patently false when they proposed it, but they've promoted it successfully with the media. And I'm going to demonstrate to you here, and we'll show you. I'll go ahead and fire one of these to show you what happens when you put power to it. Now that's probably well over 1,000 to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will detonate anything that's in explosive vapor form in this tank. Now we're going to go through a series. The next time I'm going to turn the camera off to save time, and I'm going to apply heat underneath JetA fuel that I'm going to put in here, and I'm going to bring the temperature up to the highest temperature reading that any of the federal testing, any of the NTSB's testing showed that the tank on very low underneath the crab steamer. The steamer has got approximately 1/4 to 1/2 inch of JetA fuel, which is what TWA Flight 800 was using. In fact, this fuel that's in this particular container now was taken from a 747 as it turned around at Kennedy in preparation to return to Europe, just as Flight 800 had been doing. I took the fuel out of the center wing tank of a 747, same basic model that was involved with the Flight 800 accident. The temperature is slowly coming up. When we come back on camera, it'll be at 145 degrees, and we'll try to experiment and see if the atmosphere inside the tank is explosive by putting the electricity to the electric filament on a 75-watt bulb. Okay, we're back on camera. The temperature is up, and I'm going to make the connection here in about 5 seconds. Fire in the hole. Okay, with the temperature at about 143 degrees, you can see that there's vapor. You can see that the light filament has burnt through. Okay, I'm going to stop the camera, and we're going to go up to 170 degrees on the next test. Okay, we're back on camera now at 170 degrees. It'll be firing a hole in about 5 seconds. Fire in the hole. Okay, at 170 degrees with visible vapor coming out of the container, we did not have a burn. There's the vapor. Here's the filament, totally burned. Okay, now we're going to go to 210 degrees. I'll stop the camera. We're back on camera again. I wanted to get a close-up of the temperature gauge so that you can see where it is. With the temperature at 180 degrees, stand by, fire in the hole. A no fire. You have a no fire. Pull the plug. We have visible vapor, and we have a burnt filament. I'll try it again at 185. We're back on camera again, now at a temperature approximately 185. Fire in the hole. We had a marginal burn at 185. It took about 3 seconds for the fire to get to the point where it would gradually raise the lid. And this is the way the NTSB has been contracting the explosive testing. Fire in the hole. You notice that this was much more dramatic, and if you also notice the temperature was 55 degrees. The ambient temperature here is 55 degrees, and you see what the addition of propane does to a little bit of kerosene.